Hello, movie lovers, and welcome to my movie 4, Ghostbusters. That's right, the 2016 reboot that everybody hates and wants everyone else to hate as well. Even if you didn't, even if you liked the movie, you're probably good because you actually found something that you actually liked about the movie. So, anyways, let me go on ahead and put. So, basically, this movie opens up with Melissa McCarthy and the rest of the girls and everything else. But they're also trying to capture the magic of the first one. And by what I mean by that is, it opens up in a museum or a haunted museum or whatever. Anyways, it opens up in a museum, and basically they wind up doing the same thing like they did in the original Ghostbusters, where instead of a library, it's in the museum. Anyways, that's how it opens up, and you're automatically thinking, okay, this movie might not even be that bad as to begin with, because of all. And I have to say, I mean, I chuckled a little bit in this movie. It wasn't like a belly laugh like I was expecting or whatever, especially whenever I hear like Craig Campia or anybody like that actually said the movie was actually better than what they thought it. And I have to admit, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it could have actually been better in my opinion. But still, I was able to have some fun with this movie. I chuckled a little bit. The plot was actually pretty decent for the most point. Like I said, it's trying to capture the magic that of the original Ghostbusters. To me, whenever you're gonna go on and make this movie, you should, and especially when it's a reboot and not a remake, to go back and say, well, the original movie was better than the reboot is actually supposed to actually stand on its own. And to me, it doesn't really fall on its own at all. As a matter of fact, I feel like it falls on its face. Still, the pacing of the movie was pretty good. The visual effects and the special effects for this movie was very. I would actually recommend this movie to go out and see this movie in 3D. I saw it in 2D, and I actually heard some pretty good positive remarks towards the 3D, where towards you and stuff like that, and you're able to actually capture that magic where you actually feel like you're in the movie a little bit. But still, other than that, the visual effects were actually pretty good, and I actually felt like they kept it. The actors showed that they were actually having a good time with this movie, but instead of them actually focusing on the character development or anything like that, it winds up being where Melissa McCarthy thing, and pretty much that's where it ends up going. Um, is Now this is gonna be my negatives. Okay, the Chris Hemsworth thing. We get the fact the guy is dumb as rocks in this whole entire movie, and they keep on pointing it out toward. And to me, you don't need to do this. We already get the point. The guy does not know how to answer the phone right. He's just basically in there for looks, and that's it. And the whole entire time they're referencing back over the whole entire deal where, oh, we got to get back to our beautiful man secretary that we were going gaga over. And to me, it was funny to begin with, and after that, it winds up being just repeatedness to where the point is you don't really with the whole entire joke, anyways, because it falls apart. And I felt like you could have actually done a lot to the point where you can actually see where he's actually strengthening his skills up a little bit more. But that's just the way I'm looking at it from that point. Agree with me on that. But still, I get the point. The guy is dumb. You don't need to go ahead and point that entire movie. Another negative is there's not enough ghost busting in this whole entire movie. They capture one ghost through the whole entire deal, and to me, Ghostbusters, they captured ghosts through the whole entire movie. Just they didn't even do that. Instead, they let the stupid ghost out again, and therefore they have to go back and capture that ghost again, along with all the other ghosts that are on the. Now, I'm gonna get to that point in a minute, but to me, it wasn't even Ghostbusters. I sometimes catch ghosts because they didn't really capture that magic of catching ghosts like they should have been and bounce off each other like I thought they would. Instead, like I mentioned before, Melissa McCarthy is doing her Melissa McCarthy thing, and instead of all the actors bouncing off of each other, you have Melissa McCarthy doing her Melissa McCarthy thing where she's actually trying to do her own funny moments. And to me, with a show, let one person carry the whole entire movie. You let all your characters, you can actually carry the movie together. And to me, it just didn't work. Instead of them catching ghosts, they're basically just joking around with the whole entire technology. They're doing everything catching ghosts. And then then after that, the cameos. Now let me get Dan Aykroyd in there. You have the original person that played Winston in there. You also have Bill Murray who plays a short cameo in it. And every single cameo felt movie. It's one thing to actually see for example, I'm going to use Stan Lee because the way that you just see a little glimpse of Stan Lee and then they move back to the plot point, and that's how they used it. And to me, I think they needed to do this with this movie too, where you see down the street or whatever, and he mentions the Ghostbusters a little bit, and instead, you get for the whole entire thing whenever it comes down to the cameos. The cameos zoom in shots all the way through because you already know it's set up, and it's cameo of the original Ghostbusters. And to me, I don't think that you all the cameos in there doing that. You can actually just have Dan Aykroyd selling hot dogs or something and making little jokes here and there. Then you can have Doctor or something like they did in this movie, and where he was just on TV and that was it. That would have been two scenes that I felt like that were forced, and it didn't really feel like that the movie was actually gonna was even that great. As far as that, the villain was like like Geppetto pulling the string thing because of the fact that they used this villain to go on ahead and unleash these ghosts instead of letting the ghosts run around in the city like I thought they would. It's pretty much like he sacrifices himself into becoming a ghost, and then next thing you know, he transforms himself into what I call what was supposed to be the Marshmallow Man type deal, but it wasn't. It was just another symbol that shows that they don't like ghosts. And to me, that part was forced. And like I said, I mean, the main villain was the weakest. The actor was kind of bland. I didn't really care for, actually, mischievous or anything like that. He was like the twirling mustache kind of villain where you can't take. And I don't really like stuff like that. And that's also one of the other things that I didn't like about Captain America Civil War, because I felt like Nemo's whatever it is now, but I felt like his character was forced in there because of the fact that he's just the puppet, and that's also how I felt with this character too. So, with that being said, I have to say this too, that the jokes were hit and missed here and there. Some of it wasn't funny, and I also feel like this movie was kind of rushed together. I like Paul Feig, but with this movie, I felt like there were spots that were hit and misses through this whole entire movie. Everything felt rushed together. Everything felt. With that being said, I wanted to love this movie. I wanted to actually give a positive review because I heard so much positive buzz from all my other critic friends and everything, and I have to give this movie a 2 out of 5. Just for the simple fact I enjoyed it, I didn't enjoy, and to me, it wasn't enough for me to actually bring that up to a 3. Say that go out and see this movie, but hey, if you're drinking and you love this movie, it's good for you because you're going to end up enjoying it. That's all I'm going to say. But anyways, tell me what you guys think in the comments. Did you like Ghostbusters? What didn't work for Ghostbusters? What did you like about Ghostbusters? Did you like Melissa McCarthy, or what didn't you like? I'd like to know. So anyways, don't forget to give me that thumbs up button, the subscribe button below, and until next time, bye bye.